Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses with your Tuesday morning forecast update, looking at some great weather today on the cool side this morning, but a sunny and warm afternoon will likely reach 80 degrees in a few locations today, and that warm up coming ahead of another storm system that will be rolling in late tomorrow. So late Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, we'll likely see a few scattered severe storms. I'll have an update on that coming up in just a moment here, mainly a wind and hail threat for us late tomorrow. And some additional storms are likely later this week and early in the weekend. It's just a question of whether or not the storms will actually affect the Arklatex or if they'll pop up to the east of us late Friday. So I'll get to that in just a moment as well. But for today, looking at some really nice weather, we'll start out here in the 40s in most areas, and a wide look at the region showing, again, just kind of cloudless conditions out there. High pressure will move east of us, so that will scoop up the south wind today. Wind out of the south this morning at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. It is going to feel fairly breezy by the afternoon. Not going to be gusty today, but the wind will probably ramp up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour later today, but that's going to help carry some of that warmer air into the region today. Your highs likely in the 70s and low 80s. Won't feel much humidity today, but we're going to begin to feel some of that humidity come back tonight and tomorrow out ahead of those storms, and you can see the temperature breakdown today. Cool this morning, but we'll have warm temperatures throughout the afternoon. So let me give you a wide look at the region here. We're in that ridge of high pressure for the time being here. That will scoot out of the way quickly, and there's our low that's out here on the California coastline. Once that low moves overhead tomorrow, we'll bring some of the wind necessary for some of the wind shear to sustain some of those stronger storms, but we'll have the warm temperatures and the humidity, the moisture available for these storms to kind of feed off of tomorrow. So it looks like I-30 corridor, that's where we could initially see some hail and wind with the storms coming in maybe between 4 and 6 p.m. and then continuing for maybe an hour or two after sunset. The risk for severe weather a little lower for I-20, but we can't rule out, again, some hail mainly for those locations. And we'll give you a look here at your Robbins Toyota Futurecast, which will show you the sunshine today. And that breeze picking up this afternoon will likely stay clear until about midnight, but after midnight the clouds will kind of roll back in here, and it will be a warm day tomorrow. Expect once we clear out in the afternoon that temperatures will make a run at the low to mid 80s, so plenty of warm air, which will get the warm air rising out ahead of this storm system. Once the low moves in, the winds will get a little faster in the upper levels, which will help to kind of promote that storm growth tomorrow. And you can see by about 5 or 6 p.m. just some scattered storms. We're not going to see that big line kind of move through here, but you can see the scattered storms that pop up during the late afternoon and evening. These will be the storms capable of that severe weather threat, but they will likely be out of here by midnight, and we should have a pretty nice day on Thursday after the rain clears out of here. And it doesn't look to be a lot of rain. Futurecast really keeping most areas between a tenth and maybe a quarter inch of rain at most here, but again, if you get under some of the stronger storms tomorrow, you could see half an inch to an inch of rain pretty quickly. And then the outlook for Friday, again, has shifted slightly to the east here. We do expect some storms maybe late Friday into Friday night that will pop up here close to the Arklatex. Severe weather threat's going to be highest to the northeast of us, but we think there is a possibility some of these storms get going overhead either late Friday or early Saturday morning. So we'll be kind of focusing on that potential in the upcoming days. But again, with the Friday and early Saturday threat, it's less certain that the storms will actually develop over the Arklatex. So still some unknowns there, but we'll kind of watch that setup later in the week. Would be more favorable for severe weather than tomorrow's setup for us. But again, that question marks whether or not the storms will actually be present there late Friday. So we'll keep you posted on that, but we'll likely stay in the 70s and low 80s through the end of the week. A little cooler behind the front this weekend, but really some nice weather for the next week or so. Just those couple of windows for storms over the upcoming days.